Morning Celina. This is Mayor Ryan Tubbs. I'm with Brian and Kristen Etheridge, who are the new owners of The Forge, where Carmela Winery used to be. They are opening up a steakhouse. Before I get into asking them questions, I just want to go over a few housekeeping items. Friday, June 2nd, we have Friday Night Market starting at 6 p.m. downtown on the square. June 13th at 5 p.m. is the next City Council meeting in council chambers, as well as movie night is Friday, June the 16th at 7 p.m. also downtown. So first of all, let me ask you guys if you can tell us a little about your background, why you chose to move to Celina, your family, and how long you've been here.
Sure. Well, we're Brian and Kristen Etheridge, like you said. We are Celina residents. We've been here for about 4.5 years. We moved to Light Farms. So we've been there. We even dragged my parents along, so they're in Light Farms too now. Before that, we were in Flower Mound for about 9 years, and we chose to come to Celina. Actually, the builder that we were looking at sent us over here to look at a model home, and we just fell in love with Celina and Light Farms and the community and everything that was going on. So our daughter was enrolled in a dual language program. And so we were able to keep her in that over in PISD's dual language program. And so it just all fit together. And we've been here for, like I said, almost 5 years. And so thankful that we did, because we love the community and the friendships that we've made, and just almost like family.
Yeah, so you talk about community, friendships. What made you choose Celina to open a business?
Well, we are residents here. And so really what it came down to was thinking about, what did we want to see? Where did we want to go? What did we want to do? And so this is very much a project it's a passion project for us. We've owned a restaurant before, so this is not the first time. And we've assembled a phenomenal leadership team who's going to be here, between our executive chef, our general manager, our assistant general manager, folks like that who will be here day to day. And they're actually all moving to Celina and really excited about that and coming to the city. But really, it got started with a conversation when we came here, when it was Carmela Winery. And we were just talking, as you do, over one or more glasses of wine. And
few glasses of wine.
Few, just not that many. But and just looking at the unique character of the building, and I was like, oh, you know what this would be really cool as? This place looks like a steakhouse. And started talking about it, and the building wasn't for sale. Joe was not selling it. He was running a business here. But just over the last year, we kind of kept in touch with him. And in January, he was ready to go terrorize the fish on Lake Kiowa, and offered it up for sale. And so we were able to buy that. And so the crazy thing is, yeah, we're about a year out, just about, from having that conversation and going to be making it a reality. But really, it's based on, what did we want to see here? You know, we have phenomenal barbecue and Mexican and what Joey's doing over at Toasted Walnut, but we don't have a steakhouse here, and we love steak.
And that's something else. I mean, being in the community is having and hearing that of what people wanted, and people kept wanting a individually, locally owned business to come in, like a steakhouse.
Definitely.
And that's filling a void in this community, and it's been a great outpouring from the community of how positive it is that we want to be announced this. And we've had people from Celina, from Gunner, from Prosper, all over asking, hey, please get this open so we can come have a steak with you. And we're really happy. We're going to
the first day we had people wanting to hold wedding rehearsal dinners here and school banquets and everything. I had to turn the rehearsal dinner down, and I felt really bad, but I was like, I don't know exactly what day we're opening, and I don't want you to have your rehearsal dinner in the parking lot. So
yeah.
It's, since we announced, I've kind of described it to Brian as like overwhelming, but in the best possible way, like that people love the idea, and a lot of folks who have their own businesses that they see being maybe partners or whatever in it, from ranches and folks who have different, vegetables and stuff, to just everything. We've probably had 70 people reach out just about that, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, Brian, so can you tell me, where did the name The Forge come from? How did you come up with that?
So this was the original blacksmith shop. And Grover Sheets moved here from Plano in 1912 to open that blacksmith shop here in Celina. And so that is where it comes from. I mean, this is the community. And so when you come to the blacksmith shop in 1912, you probably stayed here for a little bit. You're dropping off your wagon, your plows, anything that was getting, any implements that were getting worked on. was being done here. I grew up in a small farming community, so that was the area that everybody gathered at when I was a kid as well. So seeing that and having that in this community, and this could be the place for everybody to gather.
Yeah, we want to bring that spirit back. It's been a lot of things over the years, but for 50 years, Grover Sheets owned this building, and it was a blacksmith shop, then it was a welding shop, and after that it was a welding shop for a little while. So it's been a few other things in the interim since he owned it, but just leaning into that idea of what this probably meant to the community and the surrounding community in the history of that, we really wanted to lean into that. We've found things in here that are like artifacts from the forge itself from those days, and we want to really build that into here and build a place where Celina and the surrounding areas can come back and do life together again, just like they did 100 years ago here. So we're really excited about that opportunity. I think that's one of the things that gets me most excited is the history that's in this building, and how do we take that history for a slightly different concept and really bring it all together, but really lean into what this building was in the community.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of rich history here. So you gave me a tour prior to us having this conversation, and can you let all of the viewers know about how you plan on repurposing the space?
Yeah, okay. So I mean, walking, we're standing kind of right inside the front door for those of you who hadn't been to Carmela Winery.
And so this area here is right now it's fireplace. This will become our bar area. It will open up to the outside, have an inside-outside concept. So when you come by the alleyway to walk down the square, you can stop in, grab your beer, grab your your wine, your mixed drink. I mean, obviously it's open container law here in downtown. Come stop by and get all you want. We would be happy to have it. We have, we talked to Roller Town about doing some, with their beer. We have some other people that are going to do some special things for us, and
local wineries,
and that's sort of how we want to have that local feel to it. We're talking to a lot of different Texas liquor companies as well. But that's what we're going to have. We want to make sure that everyone is, supporting this local community and Texas. I mean, we both are, generational Texans. We want to make sure that there's plenty of unique things we can do with that. Yeah. But this will be, we're over here to our left, the bathrooms. We're going to expand those out so everybody has a little bit more space. We're going to have a private chef's table as well, and that will be seating 12 to 16 people for a special menu. Chef will serve it. Be all your pairings included in it. We'll have 2 other areas that can be private or can be open, and we can also close off the entire back for a larger function of probably 60 to 80 people, and that will also open up to the new patio that the city's doing, and we're excited about that as well, so that we can have a little bit of space out there.
We'll have a special menu for the patio, so I don't really know how we serve like a steak on a paper plate out to the patio. So there will be a special patio menu. I promise it'll be great. That you can come and sit out there, but because it is a public patio, so tender is going to have folks and people walking through and everything. So I'm really excited about what the patio means. We're going to open up the back. If you've been in here, right now it's just all metal across the back, but we're going to open that up so you're going to be able to see out there and really take advantage of the investment that the city has made in that patio project. But yeah, the chef's table room that Brian talked about, there's not really anything like that. So whether that is your birthday parties or special events or high-end business meetings, or simply the best, fanciest fantasy football league draft that you ever want to have, it's we're thinking 3, 4, 5-course meals. Those are going to be curated by the chef and our team here based on what you want. It's going to be paired up with great drinks here from the bar. It's going to be a real experience. So we're excited about getting to do some different things here besides just a great steak.
Yeah. So in a perfect world, when the $1 million question, when do you plan on opening?
We would like Oktoberfest. I mean, it's all going to be no permitting. We know permitting, is a process, and that we know getting construction is done. But we're aiming right now for Oktoberfest. At the very least, we'll have those back doors open and serving beer for Oktoberfest. The beer and wine license is not a big deal right now, but we will.
Yeah,
we'll have that open back there and be serving somehow.
We've got the construction, like it's lined up and ready to go. So it's really just about permits in the city, and so far the city has been just phenomenal in working with us. The Celina EDC, the city itself, everyone's been phenomenal. what I love is that everyone we've talked to, I think the most negative thing I've heard is where's the parking, which is the same parking for downtown. So wherever you park for Tender, you can park for here.
Or across the street.
Or across the street. But everybody seems to be really enthusiastic. And so once we start getting those permits rolling in, the first thing I think everyone will see is that outside we'll get a little bit of a facelift. So I know pergolas on the outside that kind of reflected the character of the winery. We're going to be taking those off. We're going to resheet the metal on this side. She's been here for over 100 years and she needs a little bit of love. So you'll see that, but don't worry, for people who love the character of this building, it's still going to be the same corrugated metal. It's going to be not so quite as shiny. It's going to be a little bit more of a matte gray. So you'll see a little bit of updates and such going in on it, but we are still keeping the character. So don't be alarmed once you start seeing stuff going on outside.
Yeah, we're not tearing it to the ground.
We're not changing it. It's going to be, and the inside, the walls are actually still going to be the same in here, and we're just making some updates to it. So.
We'll be doing some updates on the wood and the paint, the different colors, and it's going to have a little bit of an industrial vibe to it. And we have great plans for it.
Yeah, like I said, she's 100 years old, so she needs a little bit of love, but we love the character that she's got here. So we're definitely leaning in on that and other just fun things. I love that the building's actually held up with rail, especially considering Celina's history and the railroad here and everything. And so those are staying, and they're going to be a key part of decor and the little gems that we found. We found 100-plus-year-old wood that used to be used to fix the wagons. So you'll see that in the chef's table room. We're going to have the table made out of that. But some of the shelving back here in the bar will be made out of this wood that Grover Sheets had to fix wagons 100-plus years ago in this building. So we're excited about being able to bring all that together.
It's great to hear. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Brian and Kristen, for having me, and we will see you next time.